welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Already back in action, about a minute underway. 15 minutes to be exact, ending until this first half. 6-0 though, an early run for Ormond Beach taking on the UWB Warriors. Haven't seen either of these teams, so it's an exciting new face and an exciting new set of skills that we get to see. And you know, so far, Mike, still lopsided, still kind of a one-way street. But I gotta say, it seems like not even in the first half itself, but in the middle of these halves, we're finding a lot of competitiveness between the two teams that play on this court. One just cannot seem to close with the other when it comes to the end.
You could see what the better team is, but honestly, I'm rooting for one of the underdogs to kind of just come out here and shock the other team. But it looks like 9 times out of 10, the better squad, at least whether it's taller, there's something that they do a lot better of. That's the reason they win the game.
So on one side, we got the UWB Warriors, as you see, nailing a jumper and finally getting on the board. Number 0 in Jay starting, number 15 in Reed, number 3 in Aiden, number 11 in MJ, and number 5 in Nigel. Those are the names we got. Those are the names you get as the Bruins respond with Caden Williams. So they're on the board once again, 9-3. Here come the Warriors. Up top, over in the corner, off the mark. That was Aiden. And Aiden's jumper off the mark. It's back the other way with the Warriors. Once again, another state title berth trying to be clinched in this tournament championship between these two teams. We are winding down to the final games of the day. This and 2 more. Here's a shot, and that is good by Jaden McCoy.
Makes it 11-3. They went on a 6-0 run with those 2 threes before we were able to put the broadcast up. But look at this, again, another fast break.
We saw Nigel fall to his legs. That shot's off the mark. There's an offensive board coming from the side of Caden Williams.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, broke his ankles.
How about that move? Oh my goodness, that was Jaden Parks.
I mean, that should go on a highlight reel. A little dribble left. Let me pull it right back. He was not expecting that little back off the, oh, that's coming towards me.
And that flies out of bounds. 14-3 already is the advantage for Ormond Beach. Boy, everybody's looking kind of gassed too, Mike. I'm looking around at faces. I'm looking around, and I think everybody's just about done. And, you know, I don't blame them. They've been playing basketball most of this weekend. But how about the hot start for the Bruins? I mean, they're just doing everything right.
They're hustling. They're getting rebounds. They're getting steals. Their defense has turned into offense. And, honestly, the Bruins have not the Bruins. The Warriors are kind of self-destructed here and early, and that's kind of why they needed a big timeout. So slow down, get a stop, play your style of basketball. Slow the tempo down, that's for sure.
It just feels like they're kind of out of it. And funny, you know, I also say that there was a player missing at the start. Like, there were 4 players on the court because they were missing a starter. Don't know where he went, where he was, but he was certainly missing. So everybody's not quite there at the moment. And out there is Reed. Reed was not intended to be the starter, but he was called out there for the moment. Under 13 minutes remain in half number 1. Again, it has been all Bruins. There's an offensive rebound, and Reed able to put it in. It's 14-5.
And that's a good response right there. That's what you want to see.
And again, Billy Adams alongside Michael Zanetti here at the Pasco County area. It is the Wiregrass Ranch taking you through what has been the HoopSeen Florida Jam all weekend long. As that jam off the mark, here comes Jaden Parks the other way. As that one goes out of bounds, and it will go back to Ormond Beach and actually stay with UWB.
I thought you had it.
I tried. I hesitated because I didn't want to interfere just in case somebody was going to fly this way.
Maybe.
Flying the other way, though, is Ormond Beach going up, going in, and that one just rolls off the side iron. Ormond Beach getting it back. Here's Parks, kicks it out, working. It's Williams.
Oh, that got blocked.
And it got blocked, but a foul.
Got a little bit of the arm there on the block. He just followed through, so.
That'll be a foul on Jay.
Yeah.
It'll be the second foul.
9-point game, chance to extend, and there's still 12 minutes left in this first half, and 4 minutes in, you're up by 9. That 20-point could be coming early. I mean, I don't want to say it, but I know it's a game of runs, but if the way the Bruins are playing, it's hot, hardcore.
And now the lead goes up to 10 thanks to Caden Williams. His most recent free throw has a chance to make it 11. And again, all we've seen is the Bruins. It's hard to miss them. They got the UCLA color scheme going on right now with their Ormond Beach Armada. And that second attempt off the mark, it's a UWB board back the other way with MJ. Up top working, it's Jay, kicks it out. That's Nigel driving in. Nigel kick it out to MJ. Going inside, that one bouncing off. Ricocheting, going up, going in, and that shot's on the money by Jaden McCoy. So McCoy back on the board.
Continue to pour it on.
Board on indeed. They're not having to do much. They're just falling into the hands. Back the other way. McCoy flies it out, and that one just rolls in for Caden Wingham's.
That's what they call a shooter's touch, Billy.
It touched the rim a decent amount there before it finally went in.
Nice little roll in.
There's a shot. Deep three, off the back iron. Rebound coming. That's McCoy. Down the lane. Parks trying to put it up. Thought he was fouled. It goes down. And it's going to be UWB ball. Here's MJ. Guarded by the mysterious number 7. We did not have a name for his number. Oh, well, he can be the mysterious 7. Here come the Bruins up top. That's Wingham's. Kicks it out. That three from Carson Quinn is off the mark. It's back the other way. We're already nearing the 20-point mark, Mike, and if you don't know what that is, folks, we've been explaining it because it's happened a lot of this weekend. 20 points means the clock continues to run, and 20 points in the final 2 minutes of the game means it's over. But that might not be a concern. That's a three from Aiden. UWB back on the board.
Game of runs. If the Warriors can go on one, that could change.
A spin going up, McCoy going in. The lead is now 14. Here they come, fast break in transition. How about that shot from MJ? Coast to coast.
Throwing it down, it looked like.
And we're wasting no time. They're making sure, even though time is taking off, they're not trying to let this lead slip away. Here's Carson Quinn up top. Quinn wants to spin. And Quinn might have been fouled.
So an interesting start. I mean, the Warriors just got out to a lower lead. The Bruins got the lead. The Warriors were not able to stay in the game. 5 points throughout those first 4 minutes, while the Warriors went on that 15 run. So a lot to love from the Bruins.
Saw Jezariah McCoy check in as well. Number 36 and Ethan Figueroa also checking in. Some new Bruins on the floor. We see number 15 and Adrian Brown as well checking in as you see him in the paint working. And I believe that was a travel.
As far as I could see, I think.
I thought it was a foul. I wasn't seeing the motion, but I was like, I don't know why else,
Yeah.
Sure enough, going up, going in. And that one off the mark.
I think I was wrong, by the way.
Yeah, I think I don't. There wasn't a foul call on the floor, though. It's a weird call. Might have just gone out of bounds.
Possibly.
Here's 23 of Q. So Q on the floor as well, just recently checking in for UWB.
The Bruins are going to keep the pressure, too. Wow.
There it is. There it is. Pressure applied. Trying to keep it in place. Somebody's got to pick up the ball. As Ethan Figueroa coming around, working up top, that's McCoy. McCoy just needs an outlet. There's one on the inside. The 0-0 train of Callaway McCaster.
I love that cut. The best way to get points for your team is to move around, and that one was a beautiful cut right down the lane.
There's another cut down the lane, Mike. They're trading cuts right now. That was a good shot and finish by Nigel.
The Warriors have come to play. They're not letting their foot off that easy.
Figueroa trying to drive. There's another steal. A quick pass, a quick dish, going up, going in, and back-to-back shots coming. That's Aiden. Does he get another one? He does. 3 straight steals. 24-14, but there's momentum in the presence of UWB. Here's Nigel up top. He thought about the 3. Nigel going up. And that one off the mark. The other way, it's John Parks who just checked in as well in that number 3 jersey. As that one falls out of play, some nice defense coming from MJ. And it looks like we got a slew of Bruins coming in.
You can hear the frustration from the Bruins, just not the happiest after subbing everybody out.
And a big credit to our producer, that mysterious number 7 was number 17 of Jonathan Outler. Or excuse me, Jeremiah Outler. I said Jonathan because I'm looking right at our producer as I'm saying that. But it's Jeremiah Outler. He was 17, he's now 7. Makes sense, mysterious number 7, no longer mysterious. The Bruins mysteriously losing their lead that was 16, and now it's down to 10. Back the other way we go, it's Ethan in the 2 jersey. Ethan losing it, the Bruins losing it. Somebody's got to corral the ball. And that might have been a foul on the floor. So wait to see what this official says. And he calls it on Outler, so perfect timing to find out the jersey. And going up and fighting for it was MJ. Needs an outlet. He has one. Going up, stishing, and finding was a nice pass for Aiden.
I will say, for how the Bruins have kind of not picked it up, and they subbed out everybody, they haven't done too bad.
There's a long 3 on the other side. There's Outler. And Outler finds his rhythm. He's got an offensive board and a putback. A bit of full court pressure coming here too on the other side. There it is. Outler gets it back and just misses an opportunity for a turnover.
So still 10 points. That's pretty impressive for the Bruins because they haven't scored too much over the past few minutes. The Warriors have made some adjustments, and that'll be crucial. Both teams full court pressing now.
It's much needed on both ends. We've seen a lot of turnovers already. 11 turnovers accumulated in this half. And here's another. That's turnover number 12. As Carson Quinn puts it up, can't get it. Outler's got it, fights for it. Somebody's got it. Outler does. There's Carson Quinn. He kicks it out. One more pass. It's going to work. That's Caden Wiggums.
It's the one thing that you mentioned earlier is the conditioning, the stamina. A lot of these teams just look tired, and that's what's going to happen here with the full court press.
I mean, they're just playing patty cake with the ball at this point. It's not staying in the hands of anyone. As that shot's on the mark there by MJ. And needed the clock to stop there with 6:08 remaining.
11 points still. Like, it's hard. We mentioned it. If you go down big, especially to start the game, that run is going to be so hard to close the gap.
It's anybody's game as that shot's put up and missed. Number 15, Adrian Brown checking in once again. This is what we saw a replication of at the beginning of this first half. It was a big lead and then a big run coming for UWB. Trying to get it away. Carson Quinn, a slap to the face maybe, but he ends up with the ball. Back the other way, it's Parks going up. And Jaden Parks is going to go to the line for the first time.
So, with all the struggles the Bruins have kind of found, they're still able to keep their lead, which is pretty interesting. And I think that is just a lack of Warriors offense. And I hate to say that because they've actually been playing pretty well on the offensive end, but the Bruins have just been able to respond.
So Parks is off the money with that one. That's a good sign for UWB. You like to see those if you're on the opposing side. For Parks, he's already got a couple points in this contest and a couple rebounds. Going to be curious to see if he's going to be the one to get going on this Bruins side. Again, 11-point lead, 5:38 remains in the first half. He's got the second, and he's got 3. So here we go, folks. UWB is going to need an answer here in the next few minutes to find themselves in contention.
Love this trap defense.
It's excellent trap defense. You see nowhere to go. Finding an open space, an open shot. No, drives, unsuccessful. Here comes the transition. Saved, put in. Parks can't get it. Put up again. Parks trying to fight for it. And back the other way, it's Nigel. Spinning. Almost getting it in was Nigel. Fighting for it is Outler. And a travel violation for Outler. A lot of contact in this game, Mike. They are not shying away.
And I like that, though. You know, no calls. Like, let them play, figure it out for themselves. And, I mean, if there's a loud whistle, obviously, as he steps out of bounds.
And just when you think you're getting comfortable on a possession, it bites you right back.
I'm just still amazed how the Bruins have been able to keep their lead with, look what's happening.
There's another turnover. 15 turnovers now in this half. And another foul coming. That should be on Nigel.
Looked like he went to tackle him or something. I don't know what happened there.
Just brotherly love. Brotherly love. Hey, the power of friendship. The power of friendship never hurts.
I think he was disappointed he turned it over, so he just had to wrap him up.
Definitely. I mean, you see frustration come out sometimes in this game.
Potentially.
Under 5 minutes remain, though, the lead is 12. Honestly, could be as much as 20 or 22, just based on the way the Bruins have been playing.
Could be worse. I mean, still 12 points is a lot.
It's a lot, but definitely could be worse. That's the bright side. UWB's got a ride at this point. As that one falls out of play, it remains with the Bruins. So it'll be a throw-in coming on the side of Caden Wiggums. And receiving it on the other end, that's John Parks, the brother of Jaden Parks. So one Parks sits down, the other Parks gets up, and that Parks just commits a little bit of a carry.
I don't know, man. I feel like the first half of this first half and then the second half of the first half, not only have these teams just transitioned in terms of making decisions and doing these full court offenses that we've seen, but it's been kind of crazy how nobody can score right now.
I mean, it's just a turnover galore. That's 17 turnovers. Somebody finally scored.
There we go.
Somebody did. That was Adrian Brown, by the way, for the Bruins. 14.
And still extending it, yeah.
14-point lead. They're
Home
doing
run.
long passes now.
That's what they call a
and
Hail
that's out
Mary.
of bounds. That's 18 turnovers now, folks.
And that's what they do. They dare you to throw the long ball because they're going to pick it off. That's what you play. You have your one safety deep. You have your trap up front. And they're daring you to have the best, wide receiver on the team to go up and get that ball.
So 4:05 remains here in half number one after an illustrious first half of turnovers here, folks. Just a lot of give and take. A lot of selfish acts, one team giving it to the other team giving it back. I mean, you just love to see it. And they need to get it across the court.
Well, what happened there was he wasn't getting covered. And he just didn't dribble forward.
So here we go. Here come the Bruins back again on another side of a turnover.
Oh,
Brown going up. That's an excellent move, jump stopping and sidestepping.
He looked like he took a couple steps there. I don't know.
Could be questionable. There's a wide open layup. That's Bo, who recently
nice
checked
basketball, back and forth games.
34-20 is the score. A big advantage once again for UWB.
Just trading baskets. I mean, you love to see that.
Going up is Brown, but a nice pass to Outler, and Outler's on the board.
And that's what you want to see inside. You don't want to have to force too many contested shots. Find the open man down low and just move the ball around. See what they're doing here with the trap.
Here's a successful trap.
It works
Picking up his
so
dribble
well.
was Nigel. And a
10
foul on the floor. 10 seconds?
That is crazy. You don't see that every day.
It's been a while since I saw a 10-second violation.
I think this is the first time we see it all tournament long.
It's got to be. I don't even think it was at the previous tournament.
That's kind of crazy.
Wow. So we see McCaster.
I mean, probably one of the better defensive schemes we've seen throughout the whole tournament.
Saw McCaster in as well as Adrian Brown on the floor with John Parks and also Caden Wiggums. Wiggums with that shot. Too strong off the side iron. And a rebound coming for Ethan. He's trapped though. Needs somewhere to go. Nigel's got it. They get it across court. Here's a 3-on-2 really quick. Nigel goes up. Does not get the basket, but he does get the foul.
And that's probably the one disadvantage to the trap. When you have multiple guys up front and you're still trying to trap other players, you're going to have a 2-on-1, a 3-on-2. It's going to be numbers in favor of the offense. So that's probably the only downside there. but overall, that's kind of the point of the press, is to make you go fast, make you make a bad decision, throw it out of bounds or throw a bounce, not be on the same page.
So 16 points is the advantage. Now, again, we're closing in on that 20-point mark, which creates a running clock scenario until the score is back down to 15. First attempt off the mark for what was Mr. Nigel. He's got a foul to his credit, a couple points, a couple assists, and a couple of steals so far with 2.5 minutes remaining in half number 1, and he'll add to that point total. It's now 4. 2.5 and change. And right now the Bruins looking to respond and add some insurance to a 15-point advantage. There's a long 3, and they cash it in. That's the 0-0 of Callaway McCaster. And that's going to be another foul, this time coming on Aiden Brown. So Adrian Brown picks up the foul. That's his first.
That's the first time I've seen that all day. He said, good foul, Mr. Official. The team that committed the foul. What sportsmanship there.
As you should. Got to credit the official when the officials do.
I only say it because we've seen them barking at each other all day between the coaches.
There's another inside pass off of a steal. There's the 20-point mark.
The clock will run.
We should have a running clock the rest of this half. UWB just looking for an answer. Going up, there it is. Nigel gives him an answer. They can take their time here as long as it doesn't go down to 15. Remember, the clock continues to run. 41-23. It has been all domination from the Bruins.
Look at the ball movement.
Unselfish play a lot here in this first half, Mike. Here we go.
That's what teams do best.
Adrian Brown sidestepping in. Nearly did it again, but that one's off the money.
Good move, though.
More traps. Where's the help? No help. There's the Bruins coming back. Nearing a minute remaining. Another steal, by the way, gives them 11 steals as a team in half number 1.
I'll tell you right now, with how vocal I hear the Bruins bench, the Warriors are dead silent. I have not heard a peep out of them in a few minutes.
Definitely. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to be excited about this right now. I would understand, but there's still plenty of time, still a whole half to play. You got to get some stops, but the right one's getting the stops are the Bruins. There's a shot.
Turnovers.
How about an off-balance jumper there? That was Ethan Figueroa. Here comes Nigel going down. Nigel wants a piece. Unable to get it. John Parks with the board. Under 30 seconds remain. Figueroa barely corralling that one in. And no work. That's Davion Wesley, by the way. So Wesley checking in for the first time. Parks going up, gets his own miss. How about the nice kick out? 5 seconds remain. Somebody's got to shoot it. And nobody knows they have to shoot it. I don't think they realized how much time was on the floor. Wow, that's amazing. So 43-23 is the advantage. Not much to say here, folks, other than it's pure domination by the Bruins. I mean, UWB is going to have a long way to go.
It's just a team that looks in sync. I mean, not only do they look like they've been playing together for a while, but that trap is so difficult to get past that. I mean, if you feel the energy of the Warriors bench, it feels like a lot has been sucked out of them. And honestly, the hope is that you may only be down 20, and coming out of halftime, maybe you'll get a little bit of a break with a no trap, maybe a little bit more of a conservative approach from the Bruins, but it's definitely fired up to say the least, and it has been an eventful game, but for not the right team.
So 20 points is the advantage. We'll have a running clock coming out of halftime, and 3 minutes is the time until we have our second half of play. Nonetheless, Billy Adams alongside Mike Zanetti and Jonathan Torres here on the Florida Athletics Network. Folks, we're going into a halftime break, and we will be back in just a few short minutes right after this. welcome back, folks. The Bruins once again dominating that first half of play against the UWB Warriors, who are looking for some kind of answer, as already coming out. Just a brutal foul coming on the side. That was Jaden Parks, so he'll pick up a foul. And that will, I guess, kick off our first half in what I would say could be eventful, but 23 turnovers. It could be eventful or it could just be frustrating.
I would say it's eventful for certain teams, like the Bruins. It's definitely not the way you want things to go for the Warriors, but honestly, drawing that foul, I mean, it's the start of something special for the Bruins and what they've been able to continue to do in this game. But I'm looking at it from a perspective of entertainment, of just seeing what both teams can do. Both teams have actually bounced back in terms of the Warriors being able to establish turnovers for the Bruins, and the Bruins have just been able to keep their foot on the gas for the whole game. The biggest thing with the Warriors is they need to find some offense, and they cannot escape the Bruins trap in the first half. That was the biggest issue.
And already you see, folks, I mean, 14:50 remains on that clock in the background, so time is not a factor.
On anyone's side.
Time is not on anyone's side except for the Bruins. That's Caden Wiggums, by the way, at the line. He's got 8 points in this contest, trying to make it, and does make it 9. 44-23 is the advantage. The clock continues to run until somebody hits 15. This game could end at 2 minutes if it remains within 20.
Man, I love the press.
And how about this? What a strong lay-in, but getting it back after the steal was Outler.
I would take a timeout right here.
Another steal. Another play by Outler. Boy, they are not slowing down. What an impressive feat, and that's a block by Reed.
You got to try and break that trap, and nothing has been able to work past it. So after this possession, maybe try and call timeout, regroup.
Oh, my goodness. Where did that come from? Jeremiah Outler. He's got 7 points to match the jersey number in this half alone. 49-23. Here come the Warriors going up, and MJ goes in for a little dish.
Billy, if I could see the time of possession between the Warriors on their backcourt and their actual on their offensive side trying to score points, I would say they've spent more time in the backcourt with how good the defense has been.
And nearly losing that one to the Warriors were the Bruins, but coming back up, going in, but off the mark. Unfortunately, that was McCoy. Here comes MJ going up, and MJ going to lose the ball, but they're going to say it stays.
Yeah, he tipped it out of bounds. I thought they were going to call a foul for a second, but a little pickpocket action. It's a classic. Let them go right by you and then just poke the ball away.
13 minutes remain. Again, the clock continues to run in this 24-point ball game. It's MJ up top, working on Wiggums. There's a long three. Well off the mark. That was Aiden. It's back to the Bruins. They're wasting no time going down court. And we might have gotten a foul. And I think we're going to get a free throw trip.
Okay. I mean, if you can continue to go get free throws, I mean, this clock might go down quicker than expected.
So 49-25, that was his third foul of the afternoon in a 12.5-minute remaining contest. That is now 10 points going on the other side of the Bruins for Caden Wiggums. So Wiggums was 1 for 2 in his first trip to the line. He's 1 for 1 thus far with a chance to make it a third consecutive. Clock continues to run. We are now under 12 minutes remaining. Again, it will continue to run, folks, unless the Warriors get within 15. But it's 26, so that is looking further by the minute. Down the court we go. Here are the Warriors. Off the mark, that's Parks. Down court, that three, just off the mark. There's a Parks rebound, kicks it back out. Outler wants it, Outler's got it. And folks, the lead is now 29 points. Here come the Warriors back the other way. They just need an answer. Maybe a free throw, maybe a basket, maybe a three-pointer. And that one just rolls in. Now we got to see if they're counting the basket. So they will count the basket because it was after the shot, but an unfortunate foul that comes on the hands of Reed.
So what happened there was they had the layup, and then after the layup was made, he committed the over-the-back foul. So just a change of possession, and the Warriors bench is losing their mind right at the moment.
They're not happy. You might be able to see and hear them. As Parks trying to receive that. That little lay-in is good. How about Carson Quinn being at the right place at the right time? And we have just been assessed warnings to the coaches of the Warriors. They have been given warnings.
So what they were trying to argue was that he wasn't trying to do anything, but that really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
If you make contact, intentional or not, it's like a foul. You don't mean to hit somebody, well, you hit them.
As that was an intentional steal coming on the other way and putting it up unsuccessfully were the Bruins, but they got it back. Here's Outler. Under 10 minutes remain. Parks going up, sending it across court. That shot by Wiggums off the mark. It's back to the Warriors. And again, trying to find it are the Warriors. They get it back. Going the other way is Jay. Finally getting it up, getting it in, and a hard, tough finish for Aiden, unsuccessful. Here is Outler going up, and Outler's mid-range game is alive. That's a 31-point lead, and that is a timeout. Could be the final one of the afternoon.
So timeout, but if you would have to guess at home, which team do you think would have called the timeout?
I mean, you would have thought it was the Warriors.
No. The team that's up by 31 says, you know what, timeout, we got to make adjustments. We got to change it up. I love the aggressiveness, the heart, the spirit that the Bruins are playing with right now. Their coaching staff is animated. They are energetic, and it is just going their way. They are running the floor. They are creating turnovers. They're making open shots. They are feeling good right now. As for the Warriors, they're just trying to stay in it mentally, and it looks like they're just getting more and more frustrated. So you don't want to just beat yourself at this point. Try and have some fun. Take away what you can from this game and put it into this one.
I mean, Mike, I know you played and whatnot, but, like, if you're looking at a 31-point deficit, like, how do you stay in it mentally?
I think it's really just a matter of teamwork, right? It's a matter of leadership. You need somebody to be able to talk vocally. Somebody to be like, all right, let's move the ball. Let's talk. And it's difficult to do that with a full-court press like this one. It's definitely frustrating when this is happening, especially with another layup like that.
That's Figueroa with another basket, 60-27, his second of the day.
But I think, like you said, it's just will-spirited and being able to have heart even when the scoreboard doesn't show it.
There's some heart right there being shown on the side of Nigel from UWB. He's got the and one, and he has a basket chance to make it 3.
As long as you're willing to not give up and put your best effort forward, be able to talk, be a leader, and have fun all at once while trying to stay competitive and be the type of player you are. Because you talking about me as a former player, the most competitive, hey, it's the NBA Finals every game. I don't care if it's the first game or the last game of the season. That's just how I am. So the competitiveness is going to be tough in me, but at the same time, you have to will your teammates to do it because this is a team game.
And up top, working as a team well, the camaraderie of the Bruins is just alive and well. Everything, and I mean everything, is falling. Jezariah McCoy is on the board.
I mean, he flipped that up with his right hand. He was in the left side. Incredible layup.
That's the first basket for McCoy on the day. We're probably going to see that a little bit more as more Bruins begin to rotate in. And again, as that comfortability builds, you just take shots because you want to. But the Bruins not getting undisciplined, keeping everything in control, which has been impressive thus far, in a 34-point advantage. Here's Nigel driving over 3 defenders, and Nigel gets it in. He's still alive. He's still got some heart out there. Here we go, Figueroa fighting. Gets it off to Parks. Kicks it. The Warriors trying to take it. Instead, it's McCaster. He'll work up top with Adrian Brown. They're just going to take their time and not waste any kind of second here. And instead, it's a steal. There's Nigel once again. That's similar to what we saw in the first half. Just a lot of back and forth. 22 turnovers. Here's Figueroa.
After that turnover right there, he kind of looked at the court, kicked it, and was not happy. So you hear the coach say, get back on defense. It's one turnover. I know it's not looking good, but you have to have that mindset and the will to just be like, okay, let's pick it up, right? If you turn it over, get back. And that's so hard, too, because it's like for yourself to have high standards and you want to be this good, perfect player, but that's not the reality of basketball. You're going to miss shots. You're going to turn the ball over. You're going to be embarrassed sometimes, maybe postered, maybe a crossover. That's just how this game goes with how many talented players there are in this tournament.
And by the way, we heard the refs say they changed it, Coach, to the Warriors. I'm assuming that's on the foul of 15 of Reed earlier when he went over the shoulder of somebody by mistake. So I believe they did rescind that foul. Just a heads up on that. 2:49 Eastern Time. This is the Florida Athletics Network. Billy Adams alongside my co-host, analyst, and the voice of reason behind the camera, Mr. Mike Zanetti, with our producer, Jonathan Torres. This is game number many, practically, in this tournament. But we have 2 games after this left. We are winding down to the home stretch, folks, and it is not over. Nowhere near over. Under 7 minutes remain. More than likely, though, we are at the 4 and some change mark. This game will probably end around the 2-minute mark. The lead continues to be 32. Going up is Brown. He'll work with Parks. MJ to guard. That one short. It rolls out of play. And onto a couple players warming up. I believe that's the Heat. Actually, that's the Florida Rain over there. They played yesterday on this court.
Oh, they played well, too.
And they played well. We're going to get, we saw a couple guys. We saw one guy with a brace. I forgot his name, but I'm sure I'll remember it by the time he gets on the court.
He had a half-court 3, so it's hard to forget his name.
It's hard to forget. He made 3 straight threes, too. I'm sure we'll see him again. Back the other way we go. Here come the Bruins. Kicking it out. Figueroa up top. Figueroa watches that one fall off the rim. Parks goes up and gets the putback for the Bruins. Here they go. It's UWB. And Reed's going to receive 2 free throw attempts. And on the foul call, it's going to be John Parks. 66-32 is the score. The time continues to wind down. After a John Parks foul, it'll send Reed to the line for 2 shots. That's the first one a bit too strong off the back iron. Second attempt. Reed's got a couple rebounds, and again, they did rescind that foul from earlier. So he did not receive it, just unfortunate contact happening at the baseline. Second attempt on the mark. He's 1 for 2 in that trip. 66-33 now is the score. 3 minutes remain. Going up, and Parks was off the money. It'll be an MJ board back the other way. Here comes Nigel. He's got 9. Taken away. Here we go on the other side. It's McCoy. McCoy up top. He's got some help from Parks. MJ to defend, causing disruption. Reed got a hand on it, and Reed's going to get the block and draw the foul once again from Parks. (66-33) remains the score. 2.5 minutes remaining. This has been all Ormond Beach from start to finish. There's a 3-shot. MJ off the mark. Figueroa snatching it away from what looked like Q. And Figueroa's going to take it up himself. That's going to roll out of bounds. And it looked like just a miscommunication from Galloway McAster. Under 2 minutes remaining now, folks. We are winding down in this 33-point deficit. Here we go. A minute and some change remaining. UWB just trying to get back on the board with MJ. And how about that? Another foul coming for John Parks.
Why not some more free throws?
Why not some more free throws indeed? A little over a minute remaining. MJ going to go to the line and have a chance to cut this lead down to 31. First attempt off the mark. He's got a couple points and a couple boards today, including a few blocks earlier in this contest. So still done a nice job keeping himself in the game and continuing to put forth the effort that we've seen out of this UWB squad the entire matchup. Second attempt on the mark, under a minute remaining. Here come the Bruins, and another ill-advised pass. Just weird miscommunication happening with Parks and McMaster. So here comes Aiden, throwing it into Reed. There's a steal. McMaster takes it between the legs, somehow gets it, but feeds it to his teammate, and he finds Aiden Brown. So nice shot there from Adrian Brown. Once again, McMaster and Brown fighting for the ball, and that's going to be on the 0-0 of McMaster. Doesn't matter, however, folks, as we are winding down, and this looks to be the end of it. 3, 2, and 1 is going to conclude today's game, 68-34, and it really wasn't a standout performance by anybody, Mike. It was just these Bruins were playing well through each other and just dominating from start to finish. And
that's all you need sometimes, is a little teamwork, a little pat on the back, and honestly, they played with so much just ferocity, and the teamwork was unreal. Between the full court trap to the whole first half that they had was just incredible, and it continued over into the second. And that's kind of what this team is. That's the identity of them. They love to do the full court trap, and that is kind of what costed this game. The Warriors were not able to get around it. So, I mean, whatever they had to do, they got to try and do it again in terms of keeping their foot on the gas. But overall, I mean, that's a pretty sound performance.
And the speaker from the Florida Rain going back on the court just like yesterday. This team was so emphatic, had a 30-plus point win in game number 1, and they're going to get to show off here in game number 2. 23.5 minutes until we are back on air here at the Florida Athletics Network. Once again, Michael Zanetti alongside myself, Billy Adams, and our producer, Jonathan Torres. And we will see you in about 20 minutes or so right after this.